What's going on, everybody? Coach Chrispect, the wise guy. Let's see who gets in here first. That way I can tell if people have their notification button pressed. Make sure you have your notification button pressed. Then you'll know when I go live because it's going to be random. It is 11:15 p.m. and we are on to live day number 3. And if you're on with me, let me know in the chat box. Just smash that like button or let me know you're on. Obviously, if you're on now, you probably have your notification buttons going, which is awesome. So thanks for that. And yeah, so hope you guys are enjoying these live streams. I know they're late and just testing you guys to see if you got those notification buttons locked in, dialed in. Today, what are we going to talk about? Let's chat. What's up, Nancy? Good to see you. Been a long time. How is everything? Hope you're well, for sure. I've been going live. The plan is to go live for 100 straight days. It's not easy. This is definitely a habit I got to form. But I'm going to go live and we're going to talk everything Amazon, selling on Amazon, what people need to do right now. I've put together a list of 200 topics now, soon to be 300 topics that we are going to get through in the next 100 days straight. So that's the goal, and we are going to bang it out. And we're in this together. Thank you. Appreciate it, sister. Today's topics, I'll give you them right now. We're going to do a little bit of a tutorial together. We'll walk through Amazon FBA and what you need to do to get started and thrive and how to do specific things. So we'll walk through that. We'll walk through fees, and we'll talk a little bit about Amazon's fees and, are they high? Are they low? How do you calculate the fees? I don't have, or I got to figure out, maybe I'll figure it out this week so I can do some screen sharing for you guys, and I'll do a little bit more prep. But we'll talk about fees and why are Amazon fees so high for some people. We'll also talk about what sells the most on Amazon and what sells the fastest on Amazon. Is it books? Is it toys? Is it beauty, electronics? What category sells the fastest? I'm pretty sure you guys all know what sells the fastest on Amazon, but we'll get to that towards the end of this video. So hit me up in the comment section on the right or wherever it is on your screen and ask your questions while we're going, and I'll pause and take a moment and answer them as you got them coming. And so let's get right into this. So let's do a little bit of an Amazon FBA tutorial. How do I get started? How do I do specific things on Amazon? We'll talk about both private label and retail arbitrage. And I mean, you can apply, it's really the same principles for anything because the platform is obviously the same. But we'll use those two as an example. So obviously you want to source your income. We talked a little bit about this yesterday. You want to source not your income. You want to source your products, your inventory, and you want to have your inventory ready to ship. Okay. It's ready to ship, as in you've bought it, you have it at home. What do you do now? Walk me through it. So the first thing you want to do when you get your inventory home, if you've done retail arbitrage, is a lot of inventory you're going to buy, or at least half of it or more, is going to have stickers, old price tags on your inventory. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to peel those stickers off your product. You don't want to send inventory with clearance price tags on there or original price tags on there or any type of sticker that's on there. You don't want to send your inventory into Amazon with their clearance price on it. The customer that's going to buy that product isn't going to be happy to see what you paid compared to what they are paying. So You want to remove the stickers. How do you do that? Easy to do. You can do it a couple ways. I'll give you the 2 ways we use. Step 1, we use a product called Goo Gone. You can buy it on Amazon. You can buy it in most hardware stores where you are. They sell anywhere from $4 to $14, just depending on where you source it from and the volume of that. You only need to buy 1 bottle of Goo Gone. And what it is it's an adhesive remover. It'll take the stickiness off your product. You spray it on the label, let it soak in for a bit, and then the product should remove fairly easy. Especially if you have residue on your product, you can remove it with Goo Gone. Let me see if I have anything here. I don't have any Goo Gone, but you know, any product. Let's just say this product had a sticker right here, and this was a sticker. You would spray it right there, let it soak in, and then with your nail, or you can actually get special tools, you would just scratch off the sticker. It will leave some residue. I use like a paper towel, or we have those J cloths. We'll use the J cloth and just rub off the residue, and we'll make sure that the leftover Goo Gone is completely wiped off the product so that it's completely clean. So that's one way of doing it. Some people like that way, some people don't. What's going on, Brent? Hope all is well. Thanks for joining me today. So taking it off with Goo Gone, probably the most traditional way. I have a few videos on that. I'll throw it in the link. Now, after having done Goo Gone probably for a year, I was told about another method which we now use more than we use Goo Gone. We use Goo Gone really just to clean off the residue, but we use a hair dryer. And with the hair dryer, you would simply blow the hot air at the price tag, the sticker. And what it does is it heats up the sticker to a temperature where it simply peels off really fast. So a hair dryer, the hair dryer trick is phenomenal. That's the first thing you do. So make sure all your products do not have any stickers on them. Remove all the stickers from your products using one of those 2 products. And now your products are prepared to be shipped out. Double check them. Make sure there's no damage to the products. That, you know, if you're selling toys, make sure the plastic covers aren't coming off. If they are, be careful with sending those in. Make sure you can use tape. I always recommend go over the terms of service on Amazon, double check with what they say. But we use tape, and we've been using tape for years. The packing tape, the clear packing tape, perfectly cut to size to reattach any plastics may have come off. Again, that's some stuff that you got to get experience in doing, because it at the end of the day, when you send your products to Amazon, they have to look brand new. They got to be brand new condition if you're selling them under the new condition. So check out those details on Amazon specific to, you know, just the condition of the product. So tape them up, prep your products, make sure they're ready to go. Next thing that you're going to do is you're going to do add to inventory. And all your products will have a barcode. That barcode you would likely have scanned. Okay, you're going to scan that barcode. I'll do it right now. And now what you're going to do is, let's just say you have 10 products. You're going to add these 10 products to inventory, your inventory, if you haven't already done that. You're going to scan the barcode. And for most of you guys, you probably are past that step. See if that shows up. So there you go. So there's the product I just scanned. I'm going to click on the link. You don't even have to do that. The very first stage right there. Let's see if I can get that clear. I should really say, Chris, put on your camera. Don't use the camera from here. What? There we go. So we'll go close. Anyway, right here, click that sell button. Click that sell button. Click that sell button. Click that sell button right there. Click that sell button. I want to sell this product. Obviously, you want to make sure that you're eligible before you buy any products. Click that sell button. Now it's going to give you a screen, and it's going to ask you a couple things. Condition, put it as new. low price. So standard price, lowest price for new. It'll tell you the price. What you should do is make sure you remember the prior screen or your scan price. When you scanned it, make sure you remember the buy box price, because sometimes that low price is actually the used price, and you do not want to match the low price, okay, all the time. So you got to be careful of that one little step there, right there, okay. Sometimes it's the used price there. You can change that price. You can put it whatever you want. You can match it. You can go above it. You can go below it. I just click match price. And then it asks you your fulfillment channel. Do you want to fulfill the orders, or do you want to have Amazon provide the customer service? Which is, it's automatically selecting Amazon will ship and provide the customer service. That's what you want. Hit continue, and it'll bring you up to a product information screen. Simple product information screen. Not much you can do there other than verify what the product is. There you go. Sorry, guys. I got to hook up my camera. I will do that on the next video, because that camera I have is way better than this crappy camera. But anyways, at this step, you would submit your listing. And then it'll say, congratulations, you've successfully listed your product. So there you go. Your product is now in your inventory. It takes up to 50 minutes. But usually, if you're in your Amazon Seller Central account on Seller Central, then you can refresh and it'll pop up right there. So I've just added an Armor All to my inventory. So now do that with all your products, and all your products should now be populated in your inventory. And from there, what you're going to do is you're going to create a shipping plan. You're going to select your inventory. At the left of your screen, there will be a box that you can check mark. You'll check mark those boxes, and then straight up from those boxes at the very top left, there will be a button that will give the option to I think it gives you option to choose an option or something like that. Let me go right in there so I can give you a little bit more detail. 434. All right. OTP step 2 verification. So you go into your inventory, manage your inventory. When you're in Seller Central, then you're going to choose the inventory that you want to sell, send to Amazon. I'm going to choose my Under Armour and send it to Amazon. And then if you look straight up from there, there's a little box just under the title, manage inventory, and it's your action. You're going to choose an action. And what you're going to do is you're going to send or replenish your inventory to Amazon. So you're going to click that button, and it's going to take you to a different section of your Seller Central, which is your send and replenish inventory section, your fulfillment section. All the presets usually are preset the way it should be. What kind of shipping plan are you creating? You're creating a new shipping plan. You can add to one. Let's say you created a shipping plan and you're like, oh, I found a couple more items I want to add to a shipping plan I've already created. Right at the very first step, you can add to existing shipments. A great thing to remember, guys, is that shipments go by weight. And a lot of times when you fill boxes, you know, you might fill 2 boxes and you might get to 15 kilograms, but the actual shipment weight for the price that Amazon quoted you might be for a total of 23 kilograms or 35 kilograms. You can add inventory to that and actually ship all that inventory at that same low price. Keep that in mind when you're shipping inventory, because what happens is a lot of people undership on inventory. They don't ship enough inventory, and then they're kind of losing out on the cost of shipping there. So Brent says, great to know. I bought a bunch of toys at Dollarama. Awesome. Best place to go. We've been adding up our receipts today for 2019. We're literally taking advantage of this extra month doing our taxes. So we've been playing with our receipts right now for our GST credit. And I spent about 50 G at Dollarama last year. So annoying. I didn't put them in, but didn't know if you could take them. Yeah, so I do. We do. We have a lot of products, certain products we leave in a car. I left a couple years ago. I'll give you a little story. A couple years ago, I was sourcing Skylander toys from Dollarama. They had great Skylander toys, $4, selling for 25 to 50 bucks, depending on the model. Very popular toy. Haven't sold in a few years because I just haven't seen any of the big sets around. But I used to source a bunch of inventory, and what I would do wrong is I was leaving it in my car on hot summer days. Didn't realize that the glue around the edges of the plastic would come off. Okay, I'll give you an example. I'll just show you. All right, so this is a dusty product here. Let me wipe some of that dust off. Got to dust my shelf. Okay, right here. So the glue that was coming off, and what Brent and I are talking about is the plastic right around here. Now, does Amazon, you got to be careful. I will say this, be careful on the toy it is that you're doing it to, because people do buy it for two different reasons. They'll obviously buy it for collector's purposes. Something like this, people may be a collector, so they want original packaging. Especially if they're paying a premium price. If I'm sending in, like I have some, the Dash character from Incredibles movie, and it's a Disney Infinity series toy, but the Dash character I have is from England, so I'm selling them for like $50 or $60, and I got them for $5 a toy. If the package was broken, the seal, I wouldn't send it in. I wouldn't risk getting a bad strike or a review or some sort of slap on the wrist from Amazon for that specific toy, because they're paying $50, $60 for a toy that really honestly is only worth $12, $15 to a person who plays collector. They're willing to spend a lot more money. Same with this guy. The Mad Hatter. This is a collector toy. I'm collecting it. I don't want tape around the edges. So I pick and choose the ones. But then again, we have Minecraft toys. Same thing. I'm giving you guys some gems here. If those peel off just a little bit, we'll tape it. We'll make sure the tape job is just not in one area. We'll actually do the entire area and make it as symmetrical as possible, so that we're kind of fooling, slap on the wrist, Chris. I don't want to tell people to do this, but we do it. So this is what we do. So back to shipping plan. Let me check Brent's other one. Have you ever got a negative feedback from a buyer saying the product didn't look brand new? I have. See, reviews, though, if they leave the review, a negative review, and they start to pile up, that's not a good thing. I don't put too much emphasis on the reviews I get on my retail arbitrage products. I just don't. It's harder to go check those because they're being left on the products themselves, and it's on the product itself. But the seller reviews are the ones you always want to check every day, and you want to strike the ones that are bullshit. You want to strike those. This is free advice, but you can strike the bullshit reviews that they leave on products or about products on your seller account. As a seller, they should be reviewing you as a seller. You were too slow, you slipped too slow, you shipped too slow, your customer service is terrible, the product was bad, or they can't say anything about anything other than you as a seller. If they did, you can strike it. Amazon will say, that's their fault and blah, 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 and they'll remove it from you as the seller. So I'll demonstrate that in another video that I'll upload at another point and teach you guys quickly how to do that. But you want to monitor those. You want to take out all the bad. But you also want to be careful and protect yourself from getting bad reviews by giving great customer service, responding to people. And listen, if they do leave a review and it is a legitimate review, reply to them and just apologize and be very courteous and take action, give them a refund, whatever it takes. It's worth it. You can even direct them to Amazon, just say, hey, I apologize, but here's the steps to get a full refund. Amazon have a 30-day guarantee. Simply go to your order history, select the product, choose return it, tell them how, what category of return, give them the one that doesn't affect you. So research, give them the category like you weren't happy with the product or the product didn't fit your needs or whatever category you want to tell them. versus, you know, I was given a bad product, right? So direct them to that. Say, apologize for the inconvenience. The shipping will be covered, all that type of stuff, especially if you're doing FBA. So you'll be on the very front screen of sending your inventory in. You're going to skip through this first one because you want to create a new shipping plan and you want to do individual products. You're not doing case packed, and you want to make your ship to address, make sure it is your current address. Then you're going to continue on your shipping plan. It'll bring you to the product page, and in the product page, it'll tell you if your product can be shipped to Amazon. For this particular one that I uploaded, it actually tells me that I cannot ship this product to Amazon for whatever reason. But here, it would show you all your products. You would then continue through. You would add in your quantities and then print some labels for your product. Once you get to the labels section, that's where you'll take your sticker, your Amazon sticker. I can check if I have any, but you'll print off Amazon's version of the sticker label, and that will go over top of the barcode. You know, in this case, it's narrow. So if you have if you're using the mailing list stickers, for example, they're kind of about 2.5 inches long. You don't want to curl it over. You can go the long way over top of that. Or you can just cover this sticker with another blank sticker, and you can put that sticker anywhere else. If you want to put it here, or you want to put the F&SKU label here, or wherever, find a spot that's not covering up vital information like questions or something like that. Try to find a blank space, like right here would be a good spot. Okay. So if your label can't fit here and you don't want to go sideways, you can go in other places on this product. So just a simple tip. You would add your labels to it. Once your labels are added and you're at the part where you're done labels, it'll ask you questions like, who is preparing the shipment, merchant or Amazon? What that means is, do you want Amazon to put on the labels for you, or do you want to do the labels yourself? If you do the labels yourself, obviously the cost is yours, but it's relatively very cheap to get up 500 stickers. It'll cost you like less than a penny a sticker or something ridiculous like that, you know, versus Amazon will charge you 5 cents, I believe, a sticker. And then the other option is if you get Amazon, which you can, if you don't have the tools or you don't have stickers, if you don't have bags, poly bags, maybe you're sending us stuffed animals, stuffies, and you don't have poly bags, you can get Amazon to put them in poly bags for you. Obviously, they have every size of poly bag that will fit your products, but you're just paying anywhere from 5 cents a bag to, or excuse me, 5 cents a sticker to 20 cents a bag, depending on what you need them to do for you. So then you can say, well, I want Amazon to do the poly bags I only got 4 stuffed animals. I'm going to get Amazon to do those, but I'm going to do everything else. You can select for each individual product. And that really completes that stage of creating the shipping plan. And then it takes you to, once you create that, you would complete your shipment. So you make sure your quantities are good. You're making sure that your prep is good. And then it'll ask you to complete the shipment, and you hit yes, complete the shipment. And then it'll tell you where that shipment's going, whether it's going to Ontario, or if in the US it's going to Dallas, or wherever it's going. It's going to tell you. They might break it up. Sometimes your inventory will go to a couple locations, which kind of sucks sometimes, especially if you don't have a lot of inventory. You may or may not end up shipping one of the shipments if it doesn't work out to be conducive price-wise. You know, I had a split shipment recently. We have 300 products go to one place, and they wanted 4 of our products to go to another place. To ship the 4 products to another place would have costed us $15 to ship that one box. So you divide that board, that's $4 added cost per product to the cost. So I decided just to leave that, and I'm going to go source more of that inventory. I'm going to bulk that up so that it's actually worth it to ship that. So you don't have to, once you complete a shipment, you don't have to ship that product out. But the job's not done yet. The next thing you have to do is prepare your shipment. And by preparing your shipment, well, all that means is once you've completed your last shipment and it's completed, you're going to put that all in a box. Once it's in a box and the box is taped up, you have to weigh the box and get the dimensions. And there's a new added step for Amazon where you can say what exactly is in each box. If you have multiple boxes, you can go box 1 It'll give you the list. You can say contains quantity 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 of all the different SKUs. And then box 2 contains quantity 3, 6, 2, 7, 4 of the similar SKUs, maybe whatever it's balanced or whatever. You can actually say what's in the boxes. You'll put your dimensions, you'll put the kilograms, and then what you can choose is you can choose the cost of shipping your product to Amazon or having Amazon do it for you. Well, essentially using Amazon's feature of deep discounted shipping, which is the best way to go because it really is deeper than any other place, cheaper than any other place. So you would do that. But if you wanted to use other options, maybe you're doing a pallet or whatever, maybe you're doing skidfuls or whatever, you want to get there eventually and you'll use some other options. Once you hit calculate, so once you put in dimensions and everything, you'll hit calculate. It'll tell you what your cost is for this shipment. $28 or whatever the case may be for 2 boxes going to Ontario, or $7 a box for 2 boxes going down the block from you in New Westminster and BC. It all depends on where your shipment ends up going. So what I do at that stage is I take my cost of shipping. Let's just say it's $28 and I'm shipping 300 units. So I take my cost. I got my sheet going. I have my inventory list. I always keep a list of the products that I'm shipping in. I just write the inventory down. I write the quantities down. I write my costs down. I write my taxes down. I keep an ongoing list of product inventory that I'm shipping to Amazon. That's just an important step. You should always do that. Okay. And then what I do is I add in my cost of shipping by taking the cost of the shipment, $28, and dividing that by the total units, 300 units. So it ends up costing me 9 cents a unit, $28 divided by 300 units, 9 cents a unit to ship that to Amazon. So that's super cheap. That's obvious. It's not accurate. It's probably more like $45 divided by 300 units. I usually average around 33 cents a unit. So if I do it backwards, I go 0.33 times that by 300 units, I get $99 for shipping. So to ship 300 units probably usually gets me around 6-7 boxes, maybe up to 10. I usually say I can fit about 35 things in a box, unless they're all little tiny things, and I can fit obviously 100 things in a box. So it just depends, but I always average around 33 cents. So automatically, I don't even fill out that part on the calculators when I'm scanning products. I just know what my cost of shipping is. So when you're watching me scan in stores, you'll notice I don't fill in that particular part in the scan. When you scan a barcode and you go down to what's your cost of goods? I'll go scan this. It'll give me that option. It'll show me the product. We'll go down here, Armor All. It's actually selling pretty good. It's selling for $41. These are here's a product idea for you. Armor All wash and wipes. It's like a bag of Armor All product. I'm eligible, so I'm eligible. It's a 200,000 rank, so the rank sucks, which is probably why it's selling, because there's no FBA offers, so there's no FBA sellers. But that's $79 plus tax, so $8.84 or something like that. So I put in $8.84. See if I can get a good angle. There we go. Take it away from the sun, the lamp. So I got $8.84 right there. That's my cost. I don't fill in this line here half the time. I barely ever add anything here because I already know what my average is for a product that size. If it's a large product, then I will fill in this. I'll put like $5 or whatever I estimate it to be. And there's a profit on that. But the profit is really high right now because there's no FBA sellers. So the people actually selling this product are just price gougers. They're obviously drop shipping, so they're not FBA sellers. They're just listers. They can get the product. If you buy it, they will go and drop ship that to you or source it and send it to you. So I could easily come in at that price. Let me see what I could do it for. What I love about this calculator is that at the very top, right up here, you can change that price and manipulate the actual profit. So if I sell it for $20, my profit would be $2.68. So if I go ahead and drop it down to $20, I could still make $2.68. Let's say if I want to make $5 on this, or I want to make my money back, I want to make $8. Let's go $28. That gives me a profit of $9.72. So you can play with this thing and see if it makes sense that this would be a product that you would sell. So, so now that your product is labeled and it's boxed up, it's measured, you've calculated the shipping, the only next step is to complete the shipping. And once you hit complete, you have 24 hours to cancel it if you did want to cancel that shipment. What's going on, Healthy Empress? Good to see you on here. You have 24 hours to cancel that shipment. Maybe you made a mistake. Maybe you didn't want to ship it for whatever reason. You can hit cancel right away, void it, and it'll cancel that so you don't get charged. But as soon as that countdown clock hits as soon as that clock counts down to 0, then that's when you get charged. You get charged right away on your Amazon account. And the fees come up through your Amazon account. Unless you don't have any money in there, then they'll come through on your credit card. So next thing, now you have a box. How do I get that box to Amazon? Well, the deep discounted shipping is through UPS. So you can either drop it off at a UPS store in your neighborhood, or you can go online, Google UPS pickup Canada or wherever you're from, and you can schedule a pickup from UPS. Super easy to fill it out. When you create a shipping plan, Amazon give you a tracking number. At the very end, they give you a 1Z number. That 1Z with about 12 more digits afterwards is your tracking number. You can use that tracking number when you schedule a pickup. It'll ask you for a spot right at the very top. Enter the pickup information. Do you have pre-printed UPS labels? Yes. What are the tracking numbers? You put those in there with a comma separated. Okay, then you just ask you for your pickup information, your name, or if you want to put your business name, your contact name, your address, all that information, your phone number, make sure you put that in there. Is it a residential? So click the residential box. And then how many packages are they picking up? You can change it to 2 or whatever the case may be. And then it asks you, is any of the packages heavier than 32 kilograms? So keep that in mind. When you're doing shipments to Amazon, you can fill these boxes up to 32 kilograms and not have, it won't, you listen, the only thing it pisses off is the driver and the UPS stores if you're dropping off at the UPS stores. You do need to be careful with the products. You don't want them to get damaged. And you want to make sure if you're loading the boxes up that the boxes are good quality. You do not want to ship crappy boxes. So make sure the boxes are good quality. We usually get up to about 25 kilograms, and that's probably our max. I've done a couple 32 kilograms. It's just heavy. It's just heavy. So, but you can. And that's the point of saving money when you're shipping products is you can ship it a lot of weight in these boxes. So the UPS schedule pickup gives you that option just to let them know if it is. If it is heavier than 32 kilograms, what they want you to do is write with big black marker on the sides of the boxes, heavy box, okay? Warning the couriers that it's a heavy box. Then it gives you an option for the date and time. You can choose, sometimes you can choose same day. So if you're set it up early enough in the morning, you can have them come pick it up from you same day. You can put late evening pickups too, like 7 o'clock at night. But what I like to do is I always like to put a pickup reference. One, I like to bring it to front door or curbside for the driver because it's a relation building thing. You know, I don't want to make the driver go anywhere any farther than they need to. I want to make it convenient for them. I want to be able to talk to them as well. So I want to be there when they're picking it up. And I also want them to call me. So I put in, you know, just a quick, give me a call 5 minutes, 10 minutes in advance so that I can have these curbsides ready for you to pick up. and that's all I put in there. I always get a call, and me and my UPS driver, we talk all the time. It's super nice. He waits for me. He's called me a couple times. I haven't picked up for like 5 minutes. He called me back. I call back, but he waits. He waits around. So, and that's just an important relationship. So that's it. Now your products are off to Amazon and they're ready to go. You are now Amazon FBA live for the most part. I mean, for most of you, I'm sure you're all at this point. It really is just to stimulate you to start taking action, getting your inventory to Amazon. Now it's just a matter of growing your inventory and just consistently going and trying to source really great product. Okay, it's always going to be about great product. G is for grow your inventory, but it's also for great product. Send great inventory to Amazon. Skip the crappy stuff. Or only send a little bit of the crappier stuff, the stuff that's low or high, whatever you want to call it. What would you guys say? This is a question for you. What would you guys say? How would you define rank? Do you define like one being high or one being low? One is obviously top, but if I'm saying like 800,000 rank, do you say it as it being high rank, or do you say it as being a low rank? 800,000 is really low, or is that really high? Like high good, or is high bad? I never got that. I never got that right. Do I ever ship RA to US? I do not. I've never shipped RA to the US, only PL, but I plan to. In my plan, on my 200 list, is a sourcing adventure into Washington to source some arbitrage, ship it from the US to the US. And we're even going to do a Canadian shipment using some of the shipping services. We're going to do a live. One of those is going to live, so stay tuned. Make sure you click that notification bell, when we're on, because one of these days we're going to be out there sourcing product to ship to the US using sourcing sites. And I know a lot of people want to actually not just hear about the experience, but actually see the experience. So I'll probably record a lot of experience and upload that. I'll probably do that live with my phone. You ran into a guy at $M today, says he uses a company called DYK. Sweet. You ran into a guy. I've never run into another person doing retail arbitrage. I've run into people who've recognized me from my videos. I've actually had that happen to me 2 times or 3 times already. 3 times already. Who have seen me and ran into me in stores in different places. Yeah. So Brent, yeah, what's up? What else we got here? What's the PO? You said only PO? PO? What does that mean? PO? Post office? What's the PO? I don't know. Did I say PO? I don't know what I meant when I said PO. If you're referring to shipping to the US, PL, private label. Because private label, you can source your inventory, you can have it shipped to whatever destination you want. As long as your storefront is open and your Amazon is ready to accept, you can have it shipped direct. Okay, so it's the same as if you're living in Canada and you have your product shipped to a fulfillment center in Canada, or if you just trigger over or jump over. I mean, everybody knows that at the very top of your Seller Central, there's a picture of a flag. Click that flag, okay? Or the box to the right. It says Amazon. It'll give you the different options in North America, .com, .com.mx, or .ca. Once you change it, it switches your account over to your US account or to your Canadian account or to your Mexican account. And then you operate everything right out of there. Okay, you make sure your inventory is loaded in, you manage your inventory from there, and you have your inventory sent to these facilities from your US account. So everything transfers over. You do have to enable them, you do have to register them, you do have to set up your banking information for them. That's all easy to do, but it's pretty great. Chit chats, yeah, so exactly, Brent, that's exactly what I'm talking about. We're going to do that. We're looking at chit chats, DYK, a few other ones. They're all localized. So what you have in Calgary is going to be different than what I have in BC, or it might be the same company, but just operating in different places. Not all of these sourcing service providers Is that what they're under? Is that their classification? Fulfillment service providers are, based nationally. So you almost have to check the different options. Just Google it. There's each, we have a few here in Vancouver. We have quite a few here in Vancouver. So, but I'm going to try a whole source in the US and bring my laptop down, and we're going to source product there. We're going to package it up there. We're going to buy boxes there. We're going to label it there. We're going to stay in a hotel there. We're going to do everything there. We're going to drop it off at UPS there. We're going to have it all shipped there. We're going to do it all from there. See how mobile it can be, and how mobile we can do our business. How we'll pretend we've been away for a month and we need to send some inventory to Amazon, and we're running out. We're going to go source stuff wherever we stay. So just a unique topic, I think. So that's really the simplest tutorial I can give everybody, just on a basic FBA, shipping plan, adding inventory. It's not rocket science. Sourcing, it's not rocket science. Any questions, let me know on that stuff. Obviously I can get into more detail and more specific. Obviously my course has screen shares of the exact steps, so you're actually watching video and not just watching me tell you. You actually see it for yourself. And obviously Brent is in my course, and a lot of these guys are in my course. So jump on that course. It's $100. Link is on one of my videos. I'll try to throw it in the description of this video as well. But it'll teach you everything A to Z. Next up, let's talk about what do we got here? The fees. Let's talk about Amazon fees, because I know that people are concerned. They just maybe don't understand the fees, but they're like, why is Amazon? I always hear that, why is Amazon takes too much money from us as sellers, and the fees are always going up. Why are the fees so high? The fees are constructed of so many different things. The fees, and they do change. Right now, they're actually low. I think that Amazon's actually, this is a 3,000 ranked toy. So I just scanned the Mad Hatter, sell them for $16.98. Not worth it. Would not sell that for $16.98. I'd want to get at least $24.97 for that. At $16.98, I would get $3. And I would get like $2.87. So here's a classic example. Okay. So there's the Mad Hatter, and there's the breakdown of the Mad Hatter's V's. And on got the cost of the product, what it could sell for on Amazon. And then we have the fees that Amazon will collect for their services. And then my cost of goods, obviously I can put my shipping there, and then my profit at the bottom line. Okay. Now, obviously, I'm not going to sell for that price. I'm just not going to sell it for $2.87 profit. Okay. But now what we can do is I can click this, the breakdown on the fees, and here it'll tell me what fees I'm being charged. So the referral fee is standardized at $2.55. That should be 15% of that number. Okay. So Amazon charge a range between 8% and 15% commission, just depending on the product or the price range. So if it's under $10, I can't remember what the threshold is, then this will lower to 8%. But because it's over $10, it goes up to 15%. So literally, if I were selling this for $9.99, my fees would drop to 8%. Okay, so as it jumps up, it goes higher. And I believe there even is a middle one, like a 13% range as well. I'll have to double check that. Okay, and then there's a referral fee here. The dollar charge is if you're not, I believe this is only charged to individual sellers. Pro sellers, that's incorporated into the $29.99, so you don't have to pay that dollar fee. And listen, if you're selling 30 products a month, or 31, then you should be a pro seller. I've said this and I'll say it again, switch your account to a pro account. You'll save on that. Obviously, guys like myself are well over that. We don't want to be spending $2,000 a month because we sold 2,000 products in the month, and we have to pay $2,000 in referral fees, plus the commission, plus the variable closing fee. Or excuse me, yeah, variable closing fee. So yeah, the $1 is the variable closing fee, and then the pick and pack fee is $6.08. And you get a lot of people complaining about this pick and pack fee, and I think that's just ridiculous that you would complain. Unless you're living in the U.S., and I think that's where a lot of the complaints come, is people living in the U.S. You know, because they can pack an envelope for $5 and ship it anywhere in the U.S. They are mad that they have to pay $6.08. Okay, which in the U.S. this is even less. So, but here's the deal: this includes your staff. So you get Amazon staff for that price. That's your staff who will go and pick the product for you. Maybe it's a robot that will pick your product. And then that staff will package it for you. You get the boxes in that price, and the tape, and the packing material. Okay? Go buy a box right now. I think a little box is going to cost you 50 cents if you can get it, if you can get a little one, or minimum 99 cents in Canada. And then tape, you need tape. And then you got to ship that. Go to Canada Post and try to ship this product via Canada Post or via UPS or whatever. That product is probably going to cost you, in the smallest box you can fit in, $15 minimum just to ship that. If you're lucky. If you're lucky and you stick that in an envelope and they measure out, you might get that somewhere for $15 minimum. So again, $6, and you don't have to do the work. So that obviously, that $6.08 saves you time. So you don't have to go and find a place to drop it off, stand in line, and then wait for a lady to type all the information into the computer and the labeling and all that type of stuff for it to get shipped out. And sure, you can do that type of stuff. You can automate yourself. But that adds up to a total of $9.63. So that's what Amazon get. And obviously you put your costs in here and that's what you would get. But at the end of the day, this stuff is irrelevant. It really is, what is your cost? What is your cost? And how much are you going to get in return? At the end of the day, what is your cost of goods? And it might factor up because you might need to add in some other necessities in there, like boxes and fuel, and you might want to have a few things factored into there, a SIM. And then what is your profit at the end of the day? And how many of these can you sell in a day? Okay. Doing Amazon FBA, obviously, those are cost of doing business. Okay. That's cost of doing business. Every business has a cost of doing business. But that's not a bad thing. That's probably the biggest blessing that this business has, is that you can start a business and have a staff and not have to worry about doing it yourself, that you can have a company do it for you. You don't have to store it. That also includes storage in there. And sure, you're going to have to pay for storage fees if it goes over a certain amount of time on Amazon. But I believe, want to say the first 90 days Amazon cover. I'd have to double check that, but I believe it's the first 90 days Amazon cover. And then after that, depending on like that product would be like 3 cents or 6 cents a month for storage per product. So if I have 20 of those, 6 cents, 6 cents is $1.20 a month if I have 20 of those stored. And yeah, that can add up if it's slow moving products. And Amazon will tell you, is this a slow moving product or a fast moving product? Deal with your inventory. They'll give you all the tools. We're all included in Amazon Seller Central with the advice from Amazon on when you should be dealing with inventory, whether you're removing it, dumping it, dropping the price. They'll give you tips on all that type of stuff. And it's very useful information. Okay, so you got to get good at that. Yeah, and to this day, I'm not the greatest at that. At utilizing that tool, I could get better at that tool as well myself. So that's the fees breakdown. You know, I do have an expensive product. Let's go look at a product that sells for about $50. Here, give me a sec. All right. So let's see what the product I'm giving away. This bad boy is going to someone, so make sure that you're on my Instagram at The Wise Guy. I'll type it in the comments here below. the wise guy. Who wants to win this? This is brand new. I have 2 of them. Okay, on Instagram, go on there and leave your reason for being a goal. What's your way of achieving your goals? Find the post where I put that up. It was only a few days ago, and let me know. You can enter up to 3 times, and you can win this. So let's scan this. It's 12 o'clock. It's 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock in Calgary, 2 o'clock in Winnipeg, 3 o'clock in Toronto. All right. So let's type it in. Beats. So 2. Dr. Dre. I think they're these ones right here. 6,000 rank. So if you even want to sell it, if you wanted to register or apply to get approved to sell beats, it was an automatic approval for me. So go try getting yourself approved to sell beats in electronics. 4 stars, 2,883 reviews. There they are. There's the product. Selling eligibility. You can sell. Okay. So the ones that I'm selling are actually a lower rank, blue ones. So 5,000 rank in electronics. This is the ones I'm giving away. They sell for $149.87. This is a giveaway, so you might want to go and get those. But let's look at the fees on these ones. So every time you click into a window here and you're on your phone, you scan products, it's going to be in the Fulfillment by Merchant tab. You want to click the Amazon Fulfilled tab, and then that comes up. Then again, there's the product. There is the fees with FBA, $25, whatever your cost is. And look, you guys, if you want to turn around and sell these on Amazon, you would make $124 if you want to resell the prize. Okay, we can click the fees and get a breakdown. Commission is $18.99, which is 15%. And oh, look, it's a $6.08 fee. $6.08 pick and pack fee. Oh, it's not more. It's not less. So I don't know why people say the fees are so high. Commission is never going to be, you can't get Amazon to sell your products for free. But oh, look, it's the same. Okay, so point made. Why is it the same? Because look, the packaging, sure, it's heavier. Okay, there's the package. It's yay big. There's this package. Actually go like this. It literally is the same length. A little bit longer for this thing. The thickness, see if I can do the thickness here. Ta-da! So almost the same thickness, slightly lower for the Madman, but I'm sure the box AA or BB or whatever box Amazon is using feel that it's going to be the same box. So the pick and packs are the same. $6.08, $6.08. So, you know, the commission, do your math. You can do it on your head. This product, if it's $25, it's going to be $3.75 commission. If it's $50, it's going to be $7.50 commission. That's standardized. And then your pick and pack fee, just keep in mind it's $6 for something this size. Okay, it's a little bit more if it's bigger, and it is a little bit less. I think the lowest I've ever seen was like $4.50 for something small. You know, the size very flat. I think it's $4.50 is the lowest I've ever seen. And I think the most I've ever paid maybe around $10. So my rule of thumb is like a product like that, I always just think $10. You know, it's probably FBA fees, and in this case, it's not even that much. So in the Mad Hatter case. And the other one is obviously it's a more expensive product. So there you go. So fees is what it is. It isn't a big deal. The huge benefit with paying the fees is you're also paying Amazon to be considered a primary seller or a prime seller, okay? Which is the 2-day shipping, in some cases, 2-hour shipping, just depending on what it is you're buying. I don't even know what the percentage is. Maybe you guys know what the percentages are, but if you're buying from Amazon, would you rather buy from somebody who's prime? Do you look for prime sellers, or do you care? Are you just shopping price? What do you consider the most when you're shopping on Amazon? Are you duped sometimes with the people who say free shipping, but they're not prime sellers? Because a lot of those times they're shipping, from overseas or somewhere far. Do you look at the dates? That's the other question. Like, do you look at when will I get this product by? Is that a criteria you look for? Kind of curious. Let me know what you look for. I mean, I look at the dates on when the product will arrive. I've come to look at that a lot more. And if it's too far away, I won't buy it. Usually at most, I'm maybe like, I was just buying something at the end of April 30th, and so at the end of 30th, it was like a Monday, and one product said the Thursday. So I was like, okay, got it. I'm going to get that. And then another product said it was like 10 days later, and I didn't buy it not because of the price or not because of any reason, but then 10 days later was too long for me. So I kept looking, and I realized I hadn't clicked Prime. I usually filter by Prime now. A lot of the times I don't even look at non-Prime. And then sometimes for specific products, like if I'm looking to buy like a toy or a gizmo or a gadget, which is a lot of what I buy on Amazon, I'll filter by price, because sometimes I look for sellers, and being a seller, I'll look for a seller that is trying to get sales with low prices. So sometimes I can get a really good product or the same product that would be $10 more with an established seller. I'll filter by price and get it for like $10 off. And I'll leave a good review. Even if the product is terrible, I won't leave any review, but I won't ever leave a bad review, because that's karma. Don't do it. Brent says there is also some tax included in those fees too that does not show up on the phone app, which is correct. Sometimes there is taxes charged on those fees. You do need to look into the tax fees and factor that in as well. And also factor in the tax of your product that you're paying for that product. But Amazon do have a tax. Some of the products in retail arbitrage have tax applied. Some of them don't have tax active. So you got to check all the taxes. I won't go into that now, but I'll go do a little bit more specific research on that, so I can give you 3 or 4 specific details on taxes, so that you guys can kind of know that your costs or your profits will be a little bit lower because of the tax, the goods and services taxes that are applied on purchases. What sells the most on Amazon? What sells the most on Amazon? Hey, Suri, what sells the most on Amazon? Do you talk? Let's go, Alexa. Alexa, what sells the most on Amazon?
The adjective most is usually defined as in the greatest quantity, amount, measure, degree, or number. The noun most is usually defined as the greatest quantity, amount, or degree, the utmost. The adverb most is usually defined
Alexa,
as
stop.
the greatest.
She's just defining it. That's hilarious. So, electronics sell the most on Amazon. Obviously, most of you guys probably knew that was the answer. Do you guys know what sells the most on Amazon? Let me know in the comment section. I'll wait a few seconds here. I'm knocking things over. What sells the most on Amazon? The top selling products on Amazon are Lego toys. I wish. it's obviously nothing we can sell because it's Amazon Alexas and Amazon Fires and Amazon tablets and all that stuff. Those are the most popular things on Amazon. Let's go on to the app. I know Nintendo Switches are killing it right now. Okay, here we go. True. Give me my top list. I had a list here by category. Instapot sells the most on Amazon. PlayStation is the top selling product in the world. If you wanted to know, PlayStations are the top selling product in the world. So the point of this is accessories to these products are, for a lot of sellers, are eligible to do a lot of the different accessories that are out there on the market. So when I found out what products were top sellers, I just happened to stumble upon a bunch of accessories for like the Instapot, accessories for like PlayStations, and scanned a lot of that type of stuff, and was able to make some decent money on those type of things, like holding cases and books specific to those particular products. You would want to make sure that you're looking into accessories that match all of these top selling products. But here I have a list right here from Amazon, the best sellers. So the best selling product for electronics right now is, drum roll, the Fire Stick is number 1, the Roku is number 2, the Echoes are number 3, Fire Tablets are number 4, and the volumes are staggering. I think they're doing upwards 5,000 units a month of all these different units. TP Links, so if you go sourcing at places like Staples, always go to their clearing section because you'll usually be able to score 2 or 3 TP Links. They're usually older ones, but you scan those, you'll be able to make yourself some money on those TP Links for the Wi-Fi routers. They're a top 10 product on Amazon. Let's get into stuff like film. Go scan Fujifilm and film products at different film stores. Film is an interesting one because a lot of times you can get film, you can get clearance on film, right? So let me go to my add product. We'll add in, what kind of film? Fujifilm, let's say. Fujifilm. Fuji Instamax film. Variations. Let's go with, which one here? $135 cameras. Wide film. Price points are meh. Here we go. So $19, 16,000 rank, Fuji Instamax film. I'm eligible to sell. Square film. So these little packages here, take a look at those. Okay, something like that sells for $20. Great price point. Film everywhere. Obviously, everywhere sells film. You can get film everywhere. Scan everything because a lot of times you'll be able to get film for a very good price, $4 or $5, and send it to Amazon and make a decent return on film. The crazy thing about film, it's one of those products that you can do 4 or 5 units to an individual person or buyer who buy multiples, and you can do 20 plus units a day with film. And it's one of those products that if you can get, because people want old film, obviously people still love doing the 35 film, so people want, it's a high demand product. Let's just put in what a cost of $6 would be. If you can get film for $6, oh, what do you know? The FBA fees, the shipping on film is $7.08. So it's a little more expensive to ship this film. Or sorry, I know I'm wrong. I was like, what? $5.48 for the pick and pack fees, and $1.60 for the referral fee. But on a $6, if you can get yourself, if you can score some clearance film, $6 profit on a $6 cost on a $19.98 sell. That's a great turnaround, and it's very doable. My film inventory does need to get up. I do need to get that up. But I just want to put out there that film is one of those products that you'll sell a lot of volume. You'll sell multiples of it to customers. So every so often, you may a customer will buy 5 from you, or if you have inventory of 10, they'll buy it all. A lot of times they just want to buy, especially the older the film, the better. Put in 35 millimeter film. Let me just see what we got. 35 millimeter film. There we go. I've gone down a rabbit hole in film. Here we go. So a pack of 1. This is a kind of a goofy listing here. No FBA offers, so this is someone selling. That's a hilarious one. So it's a terrible image. But this guy's selling this 1 35 millimeter film piece for $200. 1 pack. And it's 184 rank in camera. And he's selling it for not $200, $120. $120. So go hunt for film. But PlayStation, #1 selling product in the world, top 5 on Amazon. If you remove all the Echoes, it's top 3 along with the Nintendo. So video games are where the money is as terms of volume. So video games, like books, you'd be eligible for quite a bit of the video games, especially used video games. Maybe not all the new titles. You'd have to double check that on your end. What the hell? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. My phone just froze there. I got 47%, so it's not bad. Okay, my last topic here is what sells fast on Amazon. Alexa, what sells fast on Amazon?
You have Amazon Storytime enabled. Do you want to open it?
She doesn't care. She's not going to help me do product research. She never does. Alexa, Alexa, what can I sell on Amazon?
You have Amazon Storytime enabled.
Alexa,
do you want to open it?
Alexa, what is the #1 product?
Which skill do you want to enable?
Alexa, what is the #1 product on Amazon?
I found a few skills that might help.
She does not ever want to help me do product research. Alexa, off.
All right.
All right. Google, it's so funny when Alexa obviously is Amazon. Asking her Amazon questions, she never answers them. But Google will answer everything. And I mean, I have products that sell fast. My product, what sells fast is anything under 10,000 rank sells fast. Anything under 5,000 rank sells fast. Let's go through. So I'm going to give you a terrible product, but I'm going to give you an idea of what sells fast right now. So I'm not going to source any of these anymore. I don't really care anymore, but it'll make you 25 cents a sale. I talked about this a little bit before. And I can't keep them in stock. I can go source 100 a day. It's easy to get my hands on this inventory. I can source 100 of these a day. I can source 500 in a day if I'm willing to drive around. Okay, where is it? Right here. I'll show you my sales on these. Again, this is just a fun product. I like having it in my inventory because it boosts. I'm out of inventory again, so I'm sold out. I just can't keep it in stock. I sell on average, I think it's on average 20 a day, but let's take a look. So on this product, in the last 7 days, we did $750 in sales. Let's see what the last 30 days looked like. So I've only had inventory for the last 7 days. I don't really go make it a point because, again, I'm only making 25 cents a sale. It's just a fun product to have. To get if you're a new seller and you want a product to help you get your seller score up, the current sales rank is 762. It sells for $9.99 on Amazon for 1 pack. that has a 10 count. And the cost of goods is $1.25 plus tax, so $1.40. And so here's my sales for the day, for the last 7 days on it. And there it is. You can kind of see it. SOS pads. Scan everything. And a lot of you guys have probably scanned that. I just would, so we had one day we had 20, looks like about 22 sold. The day before that, about 20. The day before that, about 16. I ran out of inventory yesterday, it looks like. Yesterday we sold 8. And then my inventory had just arrived because I only sent 100 in. Or no, I only sent 84 in because I could fit 84 in a large U-Haul box. I can fit 84 units. So that's pretty decent. But it's so light that the shipping is up. So you got to send in probably at least 4 boxes to maximize the shipping cost. And they'll all sell out. 84 sold out essentially in 3 days. So all 4 boxes would sell out in 12 days. On average, on this one, you could do 600 units. You could do 600 units in a month. So if you wanted to make 25 cents times 600, what's that? That's $75. Yeah, $75 in a month. You know, an extra $75 a month if you had 600 bucks. So if you had 600 bucks in the bank, it's better off here. You know. So anyway, that's just a quick, fun product. It sells fast. The crazy thing is there's a lot of products like that in similar categories that sell just as much volume on a day-to-day basis. I have a bunch of products like that sell just as much volume on a day-to-day basis. That's my least profitable product in my inventory at 25 cents a unit. Let me just make sure that's what it is here. But we'll talk about other things that sell real fast. Brent says, have you ever sent in used video games? In fact, Brent, I have, and I have about, in my office here, which is actually in this door, I have probably about 150 more used titles. So I'll show you guys in a sec. Give me a sec here. So $1.40. So this leaves me with a whopping 45 cents. As you can see right down there in the bottom, there's no profit there. But I haven't put in my shipping. And if I put in my shipping cost, it actually is about, it was $14 to send that box of 84 units. So 14 divided by 14 plus the box, so which is $17. $17.50 divided by 84 units equals, no wait, 80, right here. 17.5 divided by 84 units. 20 cents, 21 cents. So it was really there was not enough profit in this one. Just fun. And like I said, it's a quarter. 25 cents right there. So, but if you're just looking for a starter product for you, that one would get you going and you'd see $200 in sales when you wake up. Fast selling products on Amazon. What sells fast on Amazon? Okay, let's ask Google. What sells fast on Amazon? What do I sell fast on Amazon? How do I sell that? Yeah, Google doesn't really tell me. But really, I mean, pet category have a lot of quick sales, a lot of bulk sales. Commodities sell really fast. Toothpastes, shampoos, conditioners can sell really fast. Every day, high volume. Cleaning products can sell really fast. What else? I'm thinking of what else sells extremely fast. Obviously, any high ranked electronics. If you have a line on lightning cords, sell the fastest. That's probably one of the products that sell the quickest for me. Whenever I have inventory of that, I sell out usually really quick. For my most expensive products that sell fast, let's see what would be pricey that sells fast. Give me a sec here. I would probably say books and video games seem to be the quickest sellers for me, as far as if I can get great ranked product that sell fast. Right here, I don't know if you can see them. Let's go over here. Take you on a dark room tour. Can't really see it. I don't have any lights. But I have stacks of games here that I'm ready to flip. We got about 15 stacks like this over there. See what titles I found. Used video games sell fast. It just depends on how much profit you want. There's one. Tony Hawk. Old games. I don't know what year that is. Think fast. Ooh. Obviously that's hot. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The Hulk. So I got stacks of these. Obviously that one is hot. Probably hot too. I know that's hot. Might be hot. And my favorite. So, I mean, I got lots of that. Those would sell fast. Video games are great. I mean, it really is about, when you want to get into that, got to get into thrift stores, and you got to get into the used stores, and you got to go to places that are blowing out inventory like that. And you should have no problem selling video games. I remember Dollarama even at one point had PlayStation video games. They weren't really profitable, but if you were to buy all their inventory, it probably eventually would if you sat on it, it would eventually get or become profitable. How do I sell fast on Amazon? Optimize your product. For private label, at the end of the day, to get your products to rank, your listing needs to be optimized. It needs to, your bullet points they gotta touch, they gotta be emotional, connecting the dots and not just spitting out specs. But you gotta connect the dots when you're giving good bullet points on your listings. Your pictures gotta have good infographics and social demonstrations. Your product should be demonstrated in your picture. Obviously, you got to use a white background image. Your picture has to be crisp with that white background and really zoomable, so that detail can be looked at. And then your 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 page need to demonstrate the product in use and capture that market that you're trying to target. You know, if you're selling headphones, who buys your headphones? You need to know who buys the kind of headphones you're selling. And then you want to target that demographic, and beauty sells, sex sells, all those things sell, and help your product sell really fast. Not that you can write things, but you just want to make sure the models that are demonstrating your products, whether if you have a Fiverr guy making your images using Photoshop, or if you actually are using a model, all depends. But you got to have the right images that will sell your product really fast. So that is it, guys. That was a quick hour and a half, hour and 20 minutes. What questions you guys have? Quickly before I go, smash that like button. Let me know you guys are on here. Leave a comment in the comment section. Hit that notification bell. Tomorrow I will be back on here for 004. Tomorrow, let's see what we're going to talk about tomorrow. I think I might go live on my phone tomorrow at some point. So it'll probably be during the day, maybe a luncher. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about products that are in high demand right now, which is different than the stuff that I was talking about, because I'm just spitting out products, the top selling products in the world, products you can't sell. You can't sell Amazon Echoes. You can't sell dots. You can't sell all that type of stuff. You can't sell PlayStations. You could probably try to sell the used ones or Nintendos. You could probably try to get ranked on those, but you probably can't sell that. What products sell the most? What products are in high demand? So we'll go into products that are in high demand for me, products that are in high demand that you should be looking at for the month of June and July and August, that 3-month period, so that if you're sourcing those products from private label today, I'll tell you techniques that I use to know the seasons of products to buy in different ways. I do product research that are unconventional, that will help you guys do product research every day. It helps me. I've launched many a product with these techniques, and I'll talk about them. Brent, you probably don't even know about these techniques. I haven't really shared them. They're kind of my secret. I'm going to share them right now. I'll tell you. You tune in. I'm going to share them. What products should beginners sell on Amazon? We'll talk about that. And we'll talk about what products are trending right now. Okay, so we'll hit those 3 ones. We'll go into products. This will be huge. I think this will be a huge one. This will be a really good one to tune in. Get your questions ready. Write them down like I'm writing my list down. Get your questions ready. Because if you have the questions, you want to know the answer, I will give it to you tomorrow. All right? Thank you guys. Appreciate you tuning in. Smash that like button. Hit the subscribe button. Leave a comment below. And definitely jump on my Instagram and make sure you're trying to win those beats. Make sure you're trying to win those beats by Dre. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. Enjoy the night. I will see you tomorrow.